course, Aldebaran Park, standing some wonderful trotting stallions. Unfortunately, Duncan McPherson couldn't be with us here this evening, but Paul Campbell caught up with him to get the lowdown on what they're offering to New Zealand breeders this season.
Right, thanks, Brad or Brittany. Great to be catching up now with Mr. Duncan McPherson from Aldebaran Park. Welcome, Duncan.
Paul, good evening to you, and welcome to everyone in New Zealand.
Something a bit different for you and I, but great to have Aldebaran Park part of the seminars. Andrew Fitzgerald was at the Canterbury one, but he unable to attend the other two, so we're going to do it this way. And exciting news for Aldebaran Park this year with some really exclusive offers for the New Zealanders.
Yeah, well, regrettably, we did such a great job with Dancing in the Dark that the Swedish owners took him home. So for anyone in New Zealand that bred to Dancing in the Dark last year and the year before, congratulations, well done. You've got some progeny that we probably can't replace. But the good news from Aldebaran Park's point of view is that Aldebaran Zeus this year will have his last couple of races in Australia, and will be standing for his first season here in Australia. And we've made available his semen over to the New Zealand market for the 25-26 breeding season.
So Aldebaran Zeus is here. At the time we've recorded this, he's the possibility of one, maybe two more starts. That's to be finalised, but he will go to stud this season. We'll touch on his price at the minute, but I think a lot of the Kiwis will have seen him over there the last couple of years, 2 years ago, definitely on the North Island. But of course, 3-year-old trotting colt of the year, Victorian 3-year-old trotter of the year, and Victorian 4-year-old trotter of the year 2022. A 152.6 next to his name. He's done everything, Duncan, this horse.
Yeah, I mean, the New Zealanders will know him because he won the Waikato Flying Mile over in New Zealand before we got to Frank the invitation to go to the international trot at Yonkers. So, yes, he's won in New Zealand. He's competed in North America, and obviously with 5 Group 1s and 23 wins down here in Australia, he's done the job. And 152.6, the photo is actually of him winning the Hammerhead when he beat Just Believe up in New South Wales to fully frank his international opportunity. So it's a great boon for Australia and New Zealand to have a Muscle Hill stallion. He's the second most winningest stallion in Southern Hemispherical history. The Locomotive knocked him off before he went over to Sweden, and good luck to the Locomotive. But it's a credit to Zeus to race from 2 till 7, win every year, 5 sub 155 winning miles, and obviously a bloodline with Muscle Hill, and coming out of that Viking Kronos Zoya Boko mare up in Sweden, you get the mix of European and American blood, and he's fresh. We're fresh as best at Aldebaran Park. So I hope that New Zealanders take up the opportunity to breed to this outstanding Southern Hemispherical son of Muscle Hill.
New Zealanders will see the brochure. If not, they can go to aldebaranpark.com to view that. But Chris Alford there has given a testimonial to him. But basically, the number one thing you take from him is a pleasure to drive. Chris never seemed to have an issue driving the horse. He was just a lovely racehorse, wasn't he?
Oh, he never wore much gear at all, Paul. And from the day he stepped on the track as a 2-year-old when he won his first race at Bendigo to his current racing, I mean, he may have lost a bit of his zip, and the young blokes catch up to the old boys eventually. But he ran even last week at Melton. His last 800 was the fastest trot mile of the night, even though he finished 4th. But the point is, he's still got that zip. He's still got the will to win, and you can't take that out of him. So he's been a pleasure to have at the farm. Tracy Cullen and Brent Lilly have done a wonderful job with him and their son Jack. Pretty much travelled everywhere that he's been, they've been. He's a pure gentleman, which is the testimonial that Chris and Brent give. He's as quiet as a lamb, and all goes well. His conformation's been great, and he's just been a super Group 1 competitive horse down here for many, many years.
Kiwis know Brent Lilly very, very well, and true gentleman to train from day one. He took on the world's best. Great gated, fast, movie star looks. We look forward to training some of his foals, so they're really, really keen. So again, as I said, go to aldebaranpark.com to be able to view those. The other exclusive for the Kiwis over there from an Aldebaran Park point of view is Aldebaran Eagle, and we've been waxing on a little bit for this horse, Duncan, for a while. He's just doing an amazing job. His stats don't lie. That's the one thing you can say from a small crop of horses here in Australia. The job that he has done has been outstanding.
Oh, and he continues to do so too. too. I mean, Gatesy's Gem went up and won the Oaks Derby double in New South Wales. I think he's the only stallion to do that with 2 out of the last 3 years. Rockin' With Attitude did it. And then obviously 2 years later, Gatesy's Gems has done it. And with other horses such as Jensen and obviously Aldebaran Dexter's won 18 and still holds the Globe Derby records. I mean, he's producing winners on a weekly basis and had another winner over here last weekend with one of the Key Yang horses. So he continues to do it. We can't deny that he did pass away and's been unavailable in Australia for years, but when his 3-year-olds are still hoisting Group 1 results here in Australia, then the opportunity for New Zealanders will give him one more go this year, see how his patronage is, but he's definitely doing it, and his family is continuing to kick on the progeny out of his dam. Let's Just Talk About Me keep doing that up in Sweden and in America, and the pedigree page that you'll see in the NZSBA brochure or pamphlet or booklet when it comes out will be testimony to what his family's been able to do.
I think it's an average of $35,000. Yeah, average per starter $35,000, which is amazing, an amazing effort, and headed up by those 2 fillies. But even fillies like Dichotomy just keeps getting better and better. For Jess Tubbs, continues. I think she's won 4 or 5 out of its last 6 starts just recently, and the horse is flying and continues to do the job.
Yeah, and I mean that's all. When you've got Metro winners and you're breeding to a stallion, that's what you aspire to achieve. Group 1 races or group races and B group competitive, but then turn in Metro winners, and he's been able to do that out of, as you said, very limited stock. And when you get a earnings to starter of $35,000 for a $3,500 stud fee, you can pretty much see where things are going to end up. So, no, very proud of him. Always have been, always will be, and his progeny keep on keeping on. And you know, we bred a few to him in New Zealand last season. We intend to do the same again this season, and there's no reason not to. And again, a son of Muscle Hill, who we purchased in America at the yearling sales, raced him in the US and then brought him out here. So, you know, again, a gentleman, very easy to work with, and he just keeps doing what he needs to do. Andrew Fitzgerald will look after our bookings in New Zealand, both for Aldebaran Zeus and for Aldebaran Eagle, and Andrew did a great job last year representing us with Dancing in the Dark and Aldebaran Eagle, and hopefully with Aldebaran Zeus being fresh, he's a great replacement and a fantastic opportunity for those fresh breeders in New Zealand, whether he be in North Island or South Island. Yeah,
exactly. And as we said, Fitzy will be at the Canterbury one, so this video I won't be playing there, but unable to be at Invercargill or Caracas, so that's where people will be watching these. Duncan, his details are there, 027 367 8264, but also Aldebaran Parks. As I said, just go to aldebaranpark.com. Danny Thackeray's phone number is in there, plus the email for yourself, hrshvn@aldebaranpark.com. All the important information. Duncan, thank you very much for joining me, mate, and thank you very much for the guys at New Zealand listening to us.
Yeah, and to everyone in New Zealand, best of luck with whichever stallion you choose to breed from, and may the New Zealanders prosper, and we look forward to seeing progeny of both our stallions on the track in years to come. So thanks for the opportunity to the New Zealand Studmasters and Breeders Association. Thanks, Paul, and anyone got any queries, make sure you get in contact with Andrew Fitzgerald. Thanks for your time. We're hot to trot at Aldebaran Park.